Everyone, it is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we start off today with a look at the weather because we are having a bit of a weather impact day with some windy conditions prompting red flag warnings around the inland northwest. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick, he's standing by with the latest. Thomas, we've got wind, we've had some rain, we've got a little bit of something.
Yeah, exactly, Laura. And the wind is the priority. I want to make sure that that is clear, that the winds are only going to get worse for the rest of the day. I think the rain is done, and yeah, the sun will come out, but the winds only get more and more fierce as we head throughout the day because of this storm system, this cold front, which is just whizzing by the area right now. Now, any locations directly along the cold front line could be experiencing a bit of rain. I can tell you that about 10:30 at our South Hill studios, we got a couple raindrops. I live a mile down the road and I didn't get any rain whatsoever. So it's still not even a guarantee that we're getting rainfall out of this. In fact, some of this rain isn't even reaching the ground. It's light at most. So on the back side of the cold front, on the west side here, this is where the winds are accelerating. This is where the sun is coming out, but this is also where it's drying out very quickly. So we have a dry and windy weather day ahead of us. That combination results in heightened fire danger. So that's why we have red flag warnings for eastern Washington. The time of effect is 2 to 8 o'clock here. There are also some wind advisories basically for the same effect. Wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour today. If you haven't gathered any of the clutter in your front or backyards, you want to do that as soon as possible because these winds will be rather fierce for the remainder of the day today. Again, 2 to 8 o'clock, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour and heightened fire danger today, hence the red flag warning. So that should get us through our Tuesday. And coming up in my extended forecast, I'm going to cover how cold it's going to get tonight and how hot it's going to be for Labor Day weekend. An absolutely wild temperature swing upcoming within the next 5 days here. So that's all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, you can hear the wind out there with Thomas. He'll continue to track that. In the meantime, happening overnight, a Yakima County prosecutor recommended assault charges against a Spokane County Sheriff's deputy. This has been a story we've been following since last year. It began in August of 2023. 62-year-old Kevin Hinton was beaten by Sergeant Clay Hilton. That's according to his lawyer. A Spokane police investigation found probable cause to charge Hilton with assault. They also sent the case to Yakima County for an independent review. KREM 2 spoke with Hinton's attorney earlier this year about what happened.
Obvious that he committed a second-degree assault. There is nothing that our client could have done to precipitate the beating that he received.
Hinton's attorney also filed a federal lawsuit against the Spokane County Sheriff's Office and the city of Spokane Valley. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office shared a statement yesterday saying in part, quote, "With this new information, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is finalizing the internal investigation into this incident. We've also been told they plan to share an update once that internal investigation is complete." Also happened overnight, 2 people were shot in Desert Air, which is south of Vantage. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, the shooting happened at Desert Air Park, and apparently the 2 victims then drove to Thunderbird Way. The Sheriff's Office says one person was flown to a nearby hospital with critical injuries. The other person, we're told, was only mildly hurt and declined medical treatment. Right now, deputies say there is no suspect in custody, and we still don't know what exactly led up to the shooting or who actually fired the gun. Also, Spokane officially has a new police chief. Kevin Hall was formally sworn in yesterday afternoon. Right here on KREM 2 News at noon, we saw some of that. He was selected from our 4 finalists last month. Hall has more than 30 years of police experience, most recently having served as assistant chief in Tucson, Arizona. Hall has been praised among Spokane leaders for his work on mental health, homeless outreach, and substance abuse. He says Spokane is not unique in its top challenges like homelessness and overdoses.
Let's be fair, nobody has cracked this nut yet when it comes to unsheltered and the fentanyl epidemic. So we're going to need a little bit of latitude and time to figure this out with the community. Believe me, I'm already hearing about it. Before I even came up here, I was hearing about it from the community.
Hall says he'll spend the next week settling in and working on his Washington police accreditations. A local nonprofit is calling on Spokane restaurants and chefs to help out with their mission. The Spokane Helpers Network is all volunteer based, and every week they provide free food, hygiene kits, and other resources. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones spent the day with volunteers to learn the why behind the help.
Every Monday morning, volunteers gather here to put food together that will then be distributed to the community. So we're small and we're mighty. The idea of Spokane Helpers Network came from an awareness of the impact of COVID and COVID job loss on the local community. And today we have about 100 active giving members. And what I mean by that is there are 100 compassionate, giving people that are members of Spokane Helpers Network that either volunteer their time, make in-kind donations, like you can see behind you, I hope, of food or hygiene items. And then we have members who contribute financially as well. We try to have a very active presence on social media to let people know that if they are hungry, if their refrigerator is empty, if their cupboards are bare, and particularly if they are not in a position to get to a food bank, then we're here to help. So far in 2024, we have assisted 700 households. We've delivered 1,800 meal kits. We've delivered 800 hygiene kits. And we've also provided 703 bus passes so that people can get to job interviews, jobs, and food banks. It's amazing to me how such a small number of people can really have a big impact on the community.
Well done to that group. If you are a local business and would like to provide, say, gift cards or other financial assistance to the Spokane Helpers Network, as you heard just then, you can find them on social media and contribute to a local nonprofit that may be small but is certainly making a big impact in our community.